A week ago, I found a whole bunch of videos that look really similar to mine, similar titles, similar thumbnail, and even straight up plagiarism of my description. Actually, I was so shocked because the guy who plagiarized my description is a coach for creators and YouTubers. I know this happens all the time to bigger YouTubers, and even though I'm like a small one and people didn't like plagiarize the whole video or anything, I still think this is worthy of a discussion because I think it's just not right to be copying somebody else's work in a really obvious way. So in this video, I'm going to share my thoughts and also the mindset shifts that I've had to make since I've been very, very pissed about this, and also tips for creators on how you can take inspiration from other creators without plagiarizing or copying. So why this stirred up so much for me last week was because I wasn't mad about people copying my thumbnail and my titles. I was mad because I just felt like it's so unfair that so many people are jumping on this trend of making a first month on Etsy video on their YouTube channels, and for a lot of them, their first month on Etsy video or second month on Etsy video is the best performing video on their channel, and their channels have taken off because of it. And for me, I was so bitter about this because I was working on my YouTube for 2 years. I was feeling like, oh my gosh, people are just jumping on this trend because they saw, oh, Dina blew up because of this, so maybe if I make a video that is similar, then I can also blow up on YouTube. Yeah, I just felt like it took me 2 years to get to this point. Now these people are doing the same thing that I'm doing and they're growing their channel and they only have like 10 or 20 videos. Okay, so I'm going to talk more about this later, but I do want to say that I'm not the first one who made a first month on Etsy video. When I had the idea to make a first month on Etsy video, I actually was really hesitant about making the video because I thought, wow, I only made 10 sales. Does anyone even want to listen to what I have to say about starting an Etsy shop? And so I did research, are there other YouTubers who have made a first month on Etsy video? And there were some of them, but they weren't really recent. And I think I saw one that was like, oh, I made thousands and thousands in my first month, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing if they actually did that. And I wanted to share just something that felt more realistic and attainable for the average person starting an Etsy shop. If you search first month on Etsy and you filter by date, you'll see that before me there were only a couple videos, but after me there are 20, 30, 40 videos. I can't count, but you can see there is a lot. And a lot of them have a similar title, similar thumbnail as mine. And I would say at least 8 of them have the sparkles that I have in my Etsy video. Another reason why I was so bitter about this, because recently, like in the past 1 to 2 weeks, my channel views and my income have been going down. And I honestly think it's because there are so many of these first month on Etsy, second month on Etsy, third month on Etsy videos popping up. So I'm kind of getting drowned out in all of these videos. So I do think it is negatively affecting my channel. But I think it's not necessarily a bad thing because I personally don't want to be a 100% Etsy channel. I want my channel to be about chasing your dreams and personal development, gaining confidence, and starting a creative business. So even though I was really mad about all of these people taking inspiration from my video and copying the concept, the thumbnail and the title and the description, I get why they did it because I have done the exact same thing. So about a year ago, my YouTube was just not growing, and I made a bunch of videos that were on like topics that were trending, like my first paycheck on YouTube, how to get monetized on YouTube, day in the life of XYZ. So I made all these videos because I saw other people blowing up. And so I thought I will do my own version of this video and then maybe it's gonna help me grow my channel. So even though I was mad at these people who copied, I get it. I was in the same place before. I desperately wanted to grow my channel. So actually I thought a long time about whether or not I should make a video about this topic because I feel like I have been sort of guilty of doing that too. Well, I guess I was guilty, but I don't think it's a bad thing to jump on trends. I think that's a very good strategy actually on YouTube. It's actually very smart, but I think there needs to be a balance between creating your own version of that topic and copying elements from that other person's video or thumbnail or title, or like plagiarizing the whole thing. Even one of my friends who just started a YouTube channel told me that he's gonna make my first month on Etsy video, and I just couldn't couldn't bring myself to be mad at him. Like, I was so mad at the other people because like I don't know them, but for my friend, I was like, I get it. I get why he wants to make this kind of video. I was there as well. So I have some lessons and takeaways and mindset shifts that I want to share with you around this topic. And these are the mindset shifts that really help me to feel okay about this situation. And if you are a creator too, then I hope these can help you as well. So the first one that really helped me is I need to be at peace with people copying me, because this happens all the time to big YouTubers. A lot of people have talked about plagiarism on YouTube, and this is like the first time that happened to me, so I'm not used to it at all. But I know that in the future, this is not going to stop happening. People will keep copying my thumbnail, my ideas, and I have to be okay with that and know that this is just the reality. I watched a couple of other YouTube videos on this topic, and people have legit ripped off entire videos, like from Mr. Beast and other big YouTubers. Thankfully, this hasn't happened to me yet, but it is a huge thing that happens all the time on YouTube. The next thing that really helped me is repeating to myself that they can copy my content and my ideas, but they can't copy my brain and my essence. So I really love this, because when I found out that people were copying me, I felt like they were taking something from me. They were stealing something, or they're gonna steal all my views, or like I just felt there was a lot of lack. Instead, what I do want to believe is that there is more coming for me. And if I'm the one who started this trend, like I'm going to have more ideas in the future. I'm gonna continue to grow because of my personality, because of my ideas, because of my brain, because of how I think, and maybe people just wanna see me, I don't know. And actually in my I blew up now what video, getting out of a slump, a lot of people told me that they found me through the Etsy videos, but they actually stayed because they like watching my other videos on like growing a business and personal development, and I'm so happy to hear that. So for me, knowing that people will copy anyways, I need to get stronger in myself and as a creator, and know that if I just keep on doing my own thing, I will get bigger and nobody can replace me. The next thing that really helped me is, this is actually a quote I saw in the co-living space that I am working at and living at. It's old ways won't open new doors. And I think this quote is perfect because I don't want to be bothered by the people who copy me, knowing that if they keep on copying, they can't go that far unless they innovate. Maybe they've come into the room, but if they keep copying people, they cannot open new doors themselves. And soon enough, so many people will come into the room and you can't go anywhere unless you yourself open new doors. So even though some people who copy might get some short-term success, I think in the long term, if they keep on copying, they will not see long-term success. The next thing that really helped me, and it was like a couple of my friends who told me this, it's just don't focus on them anymore. It's negative energy. You just do you, because there's really nothing I can do about it at this point. And the next thing is I am making the pie bigger for everyone. I'm creating more abundance for everyone by me starting a trend. So I think people copying the idea is fine, like making a my first month on Etsy video, because I don't know their story. I don't know where they're coming from. I don't know if they make $200 from YouTube every month, that extra cash could actually do a lot more for them. That will benefit their whole family. They will be happier, and then it just might make the world a better place. And actually one person messaged me saying that, Dina, after I saw your video, I saw a lot of similar videos, like maybe 5 more videos, and I actually feel motivated to start an Etsy shop now. So with this trend that's going on, it's actually motivating a lot of people to start businesses and chase their dreams, which is what I love, because I do want to see more people starting businesses and doing what they want. Another point I want to bring up is that sometimes copying could actually be a coincidence. So actually it was really hard for me to make this video because one of my videos really looks like Ali Abdaal's video, and it's like the same topic, but I swear I did not copy. Even though like I could totally be framed for copying the thumbnail. So this is not the first time that I made like this kind of pose, and when I took the thumbnail photos for that video, I actually had a lot of other poses, and I started making the thumbnail, adding elements. When I talk about something specific, I usually add like stuff in the back, which is about that thing that I'm talking about. So to me, it made sense to add like pictures of all the little side hustles. And after I posted the video, I saw Ali Abdaal's thumbnail. I was like, oh my gosh, I accidentally made my thumbnail look really, really similar to his. So okay, for the first month on Etsy videos, I guess people could defend themselves and say, oh, I did this because of that I actually didn't copy you, Dina, which is fine. I get that. Because like, Mine is really similar to Ali Abdaal's. But what I want to point out is, did Ali come up with this himself? So I actually searched for the same topic and I found that there is a video by Mark Tilbury, and this was a video that was posted before Ali's video, and it kind of looks similar and it's basically the same design too. So did Ali copy from Mark, or was it also a coincidence? Like, we will never know. But for this kind of topic and like making money, passive income, there are so many videos that use the same kind of thumbnail design. So for me, it's such a gray area. Like, did these people all copy some other people's videos, or did they just see so many videos that have this type of thumbnail design that they subconsciously copied it and thinking, oh, you know, this is just how it is. Like, when people make videos on how to make money, they just add icons of all the ways to make money. Like, that's just how it is. So actually, sometimes it's really hard to tell if that person copied or not, or maybe they just saw so many similar videos and then all the videos thumbnails just look similar, but sometimes it is really obvious. So honestly, this topic is just so hard to talk about, but I do want to bring up two other things. If you do want to copy, like, I think it's okay to copy if, number one, you are copying for learning purposes. Like, when I was learning calligraphy, I would copy other people's calligraphy style just for practice, and I think that's totally okay. I mean, actually, that is actually how a lot of us learn. We learn by imitating people. I mean, we do this when we're babies. We're like imitating our parents. The other thing I want to bring up is, so I listened to 2 podcast episodes by Colin and Samir. I highly recommend. They talk about this topic as well, and they talk to the author of Steal Like an Artist, and I really loved their point about taking your inspiration from multiple sources and making something original out of it, because actually nothing in this world is truly original. I'll just give you an example. So with my thumbnail, like the sparkles, I actually took the sparkles idea from vlog channels that I like. I just love the aesthetic of sparkles, and then the wavy text that I have on a lot of my videos. I didn't see a lot of educational channels doing that, but I saw a lot of vlog type channels doing that. So I took that idea from like other YouTubers. I thought, okay, I'm gonna do that for my educational channel. And my idea of making a first month on Etsy video, I knew that a lot of people were making my first blah, 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 and here's how it went, like my first paycheck on YouTube. So I had that idea from seeing all these other YouTubers sharing about their first something something. One of my subscribers actually sent me this article called The Age of Average, and it is so interesting. I'll link it below, but at the end of that article, there's something that I really loved, and it was, I believe that the age of average is the age of opportunity. Like, so many things in our world are starting to look so similar. Everybody is starting to just do the same thing, but this is really where you can truly stand out, because everybody is copying each other, taking inspiration from each other. And I also think there is so much opportunity right now to be yourself, share your voice, and be unique.